The sax is back. Yes, the sax is back. We are back to hopefully finish Is it Root Mania? The DLC for the Roottrees are dead. Basically, the scandal times, the infidelities. Last time we did this lot, the first two, and we were sort of doing these, but also I needed to feed the cats last time. Yes, I had to go and do some cat sitting. Hi, Lizard, how you doing? So it was like, I can't. We could technically try and spend a bit more time on it, but then I also said, like, if you law dump on me at this point, my brain was very much giving up on us. It's not necessarily going to stay for today. So, yeah. We've got some things to do, but we're kind of almost there. And if we finish it, then we will... I've got another little puzzly game thing to show you, which was planned to go after Roottrees. Anyway, so it all works. Roottree Mania. Yeah, not Root Mania. So, Guy Hudson, this guy, this absolute menace, has had so many children. It's been a nightmare to sort out. I think we get... Every time I get 5 key relatives, they get locked in. At the moment, I think I have 4, potentially. So I kind of need, like, one more person. I need, like, maybe a face to go in here. And then we could potentially progress. Because I don't really have... I have this picture. But otherwise, we have no other pictures we can attribute to anyone. Is this Susan? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, well, that's sort of helped, but also it now means that I have to think of new things immediately. Shit. How? Well, I was like, we may as well have a go. It's the only picture I've got left. And also, I think last time we theorised this might be Susan, because she was around for a really long time. Like, she was the final affair, but she also was at the office for a while, right? She's the one who got promoted, etc. She's the language lady. She's the translator, which I assume he started hiring around the time he went to China. Anyway, so that's good. But it's also bad. Again, I now have to try and generate new clues. And I don't think I've got any. He went to China. He went to China. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very pleased with myself. We are now stuck, probably. Thankfully, Sapling has finished this. So Sapling could potentially poke me at things. He went to China. He also went to Brazil. And had an affair with, I think this might have been the local mayor. Don't put it on you. You've got pictures, which is better than I've got. Stephanie Landon. And also Brian Jones. Family tree update. Maybe we start there. Now, Stephanie, I think, was pregnant last time. Where's Stephanie? Here she is. Stephanie. Stephanie's running for office somewhere. Somewhere in America. I can't remember exactly where. But not in the same state as this going down. And Brian Jones is her husband. It appears they've had a child. Can we find out what's happened to Stephanie Landon? It's time for... I'm just going to disconnect. Let's do it properly. Let's go to in the year 1999. Let's access the internet. I don't remember anything that you yelled at me, but maybe it stayed in there. Or maybe me just, like, not looking at it. That's the thing, is, like, by the end, my brain was just like, fuck this. Like, I can't retain information. Whereas now, it's fresh. It's not fresh. Right, Stephanie Landon? Hang on. Oh. Oh, no, maybe Stephanie Jones? We might have to look at the periodicals. Ahaha, here we go. It seems Brian has been busy updating Stephanie Jones's campaign website. 2 sections exist that are new. The first is a baby photo. The daughter is named after the grandmother, which ended up being very fitting since she was born the night before Christmas. Eve. Right? I'm assuming Eve. We'll have to check up the family tree. The second is what's next. There's not much of substance here, but it lists some small accomplishments and finishes with With the recent rise in popularity and controversy surrounding my extended family, there's been extra attention to me. Stay tuned for announcements in the coming months about how I plan to use this publicity to accomplish bigger and better things. That's the old one. Okay. So, oh, here they are. Aww. Lovely. Okay. Unknown occupation, baby. Jones, right? Because they're married. And Eve? Oh, no. Hold up. Oh, maybe Christine? Hang on, let's just double check. What was her... Caroline? Carol? I mean, that is technically her mum. Caroline. Let's try Caroline then. You still are missing a picture, which is confusing to me at the moment. So why are you involved? Oh, Carol. There we go, Carol. Let's go with Carol Jones, the baby. Shout out to Occupation Baby. I know, it is one of the best occupations that you can apparently have in this game. There are several people who are holding down a job full-time as a baby. It's quite silly. I love it. So I'm going to go with that for now. We won't be able to confirm it until I find, well, basically the last ones, until we get these three. But I'm kind of chill with that as it is. It doesn't, like, take names out of the mix, which is slightly annoying. Sorry, was there a last name of luxury? So I guess I need to try and work out what happened with Susan Ford and Thomas Hughes and the children. Possibly. But also what happened here with Xinyu? Is that how we say this bit? Because the X isn't an X, is it? It's a ch, sort of. Also, I know that Chinese names normally are said the other way around, but for the context of this, it is doing it, I think, in the same order. So, last name, family name, first name. As standard. So I think it's Lang is the family name. Xinyu. Oh yes, Q becomes ch, like a hard ch, and X becomes a sh. I think you're right. So, she's the CEO. I think she took over the business, if memory serves. Let's go to the notes. Hello. Here we are. China Roottrees. So this is the company that they made there. Yeah, Lang. So the family is Lang. Hongbo Lang. Won over the who was said to personally win over the family. Wonder how he did that. Had only daughters within his 50s. His brother took over, then died. And the oldest child from the next generation, this is her, took over. So I guess we look her up. So we just literally kind of got her name, put her in there, and left it. We hadn't really gotten any further. Let's do it in this order. Okay. Let's just try it the other way around, just in case. Yeah, okay. Yep. So, currently running the Langtai Textile Company. She was recently listed in an article on a website written by and for women. The article is entitled Empowered, about the recent rise of women entrepreneurs in China. She took over as the CEO of her family's company in 1992. It was extremely controversial. Some of them quit and wrote a letter stating that she must have coerced her elderly uncle to retire. Since then, the company's been performing well. Her nephew, who is currently her second in command. Just we'll continue reading this, but see if you're getting the vibe that I might be getting. Since then, the company's been performing well. Her nephew, who is currently her second in command, is expected to take over when she retires. I just scroll down a little bit further. The article also offhandedly mentioned that she was an early adopter of IVF and helped her sister have a child. Is that how it works, is it? There's an on-source picture of that. They say it's from 1992. It's been added to your evidence. I think I found that before, to be fair. That's where I got the photo from that's here. But let's just... I just helped them have a child. Here she is. This is her. So... Lang. I think we can safely say Lang for the family name, right? We'll look him up in a sec. His unknown occupation. She's a CEO. If he's second in command, what is that in the grand scheme of jobs? It's a textile company, isn't it? Board member there? Hang on. Manufacturing? Director? We've got CEO. He's second in command. I think we need to... where's it gone? Have a look at this. Rudimentary timeline of leadership goes back at least 250 years. Hello, what are these? Tranquilts, piece of Asia. Is a play on tranquil quilts? No, they import cloth. What piece of Asia? It's the American arm of Lang Tai, located in Pennsylvania. They offer fabrics and cloths at wholesale prices. The business is said to be owned by husband and wife Jerry and Linda Han. Their Chinese names are listed too. Using an online translator, it seems that Jerry is Hang Chunhui and Linda is Lang Xin Yao. Xin Yao. Is Linda her sister? Or is it her daughter? Is it her daughter? Oh, that's just going to bring that up again. She said she helped her sister have a child with IVF saplings. Like, I know. Hello. Jerry, Linda, and Mark Han. Mark appeared recently on a website called Focus on Philanthropy under the headline Hanging with the Hands. They were chosen because they donate significantly to causes that further Chinese-American culture. They're both in China and fell in love during college. Sorry, they're both born in China, fell in love during college. Linda's father ran a large company. The article doesn't name it. After it expanded to the US, Linda's father approved the marriage as long as Jerry took over the US portion of the business. She used to have a Butch Cassidy poster on the wall and was obsessed with Robert Redford. Oh dear, that's not a good start. Somehow Jerry and I were the ones sent here. Couldn't imagine going back. When we had Mark, we never considered giving him a traditional name. Meanwhile, my sister stayed in China and has thrived there. Doesn't even like visiting the US anymore. Our kids are complete opposites. Mark couldn't wait to travel abroad as he was old enough. He's actually in business school in China working with my sister. There it is. Mark. So Mark Han. Hang on. So not Lang. Where's Han? Where's Mark? Mark with a K. He is at business school. Business school. So we're saying... Oh, shit. College? What? Our kids. You saw it. Yeah, but son. The son's he's working. Our niece who grew up there was the opposite. Oh fuck, our niece was the opposite. She started calling herself Lucy Lang. Wait, what? So hang on. She's had... So the IVF was legit. So she's technically had 2 kids. It's just, it's not on there because it's not her child.
Do you need a little treat from the shops? You cannot be a snack yourself when you're hungry.
This is true. So she started calling herself Lucy Lang. So is her... Right, okay. So her name is not Lang. It's Han. Right? Oh no, it is... The name change. It's not a common name. Hang on a second, go back. Where was the opposite? She couldn't wait to get here. So she is in the US. Lucy Lang. So the name change drove her sister. I assume the Lucy bit. Yeah, Han. Yeah, no, it's. You are correct. It's not Han. Don't worry, I will change that back when we get there. So she is in America. If I go forwards, Team Talon Claw appears to be a robot show. Basically, it's Robot Wars. Robotics website. Possible. We'll look at Team Talon Claw in a minute. Another Lucy is part of a small women's a cappella group in Los Angeles. Probably not. But maybe. Called the Gin and Tonics. A third Lucy Lang works in New York for a business called Corporate Synergetic Solutions Unlimited. Also possible. But look at this. A British television show focused on robot fighting. It's Robot Wars. Excellent. The Robotics Club has a text-only site that seems mostly used to announce its schedule. It's supposed to be every Tuesday and Thursday, but the last 8 dates have been cancelled because a few members of the team are in the UK filming. At the bottom, the travelling members of Talon Claw are listed as Team Captain, Jaya Patel, supporting members Lucy Lang, and Kurt Hauser. Okay. Mascots the Spectres. Oh, we've seen this before. Wait, is this the university that... Who has been to Mid-Eastern University? Someone else has. Because we've been here with the newspaper. Wait a minute. Who the... Who is it? Is it him with the swimming? Hang on. Was it Susan? Was it Dave? Oh no, Davey goes to Yukon. You're correct. Somebody goes to there though, because we already had it. Oh god, what was it? Sorry, Team Talon Claw. Here we are. 3 student members talk to me about their interests. The only one that catches your eye is Lucy Lang. She grew up in China as Min Lang. Came to the US specifically to attend university, right before anything else. Hang on. Just Mark. Sorry, Mark. Get out of here. Lang. Student. College. College, yeah? Not K-12, that's younger. You Americans and your silly dates. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's Robot Wars. That's delightful. I don't think that's very practical. But I like the idea of it. Certainly wouldn't get flipped. Just might get stuck in stuff, like the arena floor. So these spikes are just for cosmetics. They ain't gonna do shit. Also, these tyres are a little bit of a weak point. Just saying. Like, you puncture that, it's game over. But I like, maybe tank treads might have been better. I don't know. Actually, that's also a bit of a problem. Also, there's quite a lot of clearance here. Again, though, it doesn't matter, actually, because it wouldn't get flipped. Assuming that is a pneumatic, like, slamming thing. Can you tell? Robot Wars. It's a very, like, small niche percent of the viewership who are just like, I used to watch a lot of this. We could build something. Oh, God, okay. So we can put her in. Like, I think I'm pretty confident that she's sorted, right? It was good. Also, tangents for fucking days. I do think Hypnodisc was one of the best. Hypnodisc and Razor. Also Matilda. Greatly enjoyed when they upgraded one of the house robots. One of their weapons, and it was too extra for the time, so she had to be retired. And then they brought her back. There was a brief reboot, and everyone got like upgraded, and some of them were faster than like Olympic sprinters if they went at full speed. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want Matilda chasing me at full speed with like a chainsaw. Thank you. Oh, it's delightful. Your school was on the first year the first Robot Wars. Oh, with Jeremy Clarkson did the first season, so it is a bit sometimes. But then Craig Charles took over, which was a delight. The reboot also had Dara, Brian, and I that was good. Because he loves Robot Wars, so he was like so into it. Right, Susan. We need to deal with Susan. Now, Susan has been the principal of a school for some time. I think she retired. She also was a language translator person, which is why the affair went on for probably the longest out of all of these women. We also discovered last time, by the way, that his actual wife, there was kind of an agreement. He was basically her beard, sort of, which I kind of has made me feel a little bit happier about the infidelity element to her. Oh no, she was a swinger. Was that what it was? So she was, yeah, there was some swinger stuff going on. Like, there was sort of an agreement. It obviously doesn't explain like various overlapping and, you know, people of having affairs with spouses and things, but it makes at least the betrayal of that relationship a little bit better, because she kind of knew and was sort of fine. I mean, it is the 70s, so I probably also didn't have too much choice. But it's a bit, we were like, how the fuck did he get away with this? How could he, like, do this to her? And actually, yeah, she did prefer the company of women, which basically the swinging, I think, sort of helped with the access. Who knows? But she was in the know, which is something, even if this rest of this is a mess. Susan, what do we do with you? Susan Ford. Adds a 4 no snoozes. Really? It's not doing the pot. You're right, it's not told me. I have all 3 snoozes, weirdly. I'm going to assume it's not. I'm going to assume it's confused. We're going to have some ads in 4 minutes' time. You may see up to 3 minutes if you're not subscribed. If you do subscribe, you not only support the channel, you get some emotes, but you also don't see ads on any of the content when they pop up once an hour. Otherwise, please go grab a drink, stretch your legs, do all of that. You don't have to sit and watch them. We're going to try and find Susan somewhere in the void. I'm pretty sure she turns up somewhere. It's just where. Okay. I mean, it's a very common name. Susan. Hang on. Susan. Where have you gone? God, I've got far too many notes. Just don't worry. Susan. Did I write it down? Or the thing is, I got to a point where here we are. I got to a point where I just sort of stopped caring. about taking notes. Like, my brain just went, I'm at capacity, I can't do it. What about Susan with the husband's last name? Oh, Hughes. Susan Hughes is not going to be too helpful either, possibly. The Hudson wing. Here we go. Grandorf Dove. This is the school. It had a brand new wing of the school, which, by the way, was also broken into, and some of the vehicles outside were defaced. The arrest a few weeks later was of, Susan's husband. Bit awkward. He was convinced he was not the father of her current pregnancy. So she is under Mrs. Hughes here, but then he does divorce her. So the Butler County Times. Go there. Oh no, hang on, sorry. So I did look at the periodicals for her. Susan Hughes. No. Hudson Wing. It does. Thing is, the school is renamed at one point. Okay, hang on. Spider search. Right. The Grandorf School for the Deaf, formerly Grandorf Dove, is located about an hour from where the Roottrees offices used to be in Butler County, etc., etc. Ms. Ford. She's the active pupil. She's still there, actually. Ms. Ford is fluent in 5 languages, including ASL, American Sign Language. Has been working at the school for over 15 years. So, do we not have a picture of her? We need a new picture of her. Because the only picture we've got is from like a Christmas party in the 80s. But she is still the principal. Where do... Actually, hang on. Can I... Does this bring up any different? No. What about... No. Oh, no. Sorry. No. I didn't search for it under the other name. Ha ha ha. What's this? Local students provide key evidence in scientific study. This article mentions that the Ford sisters, who attend public school in Butler County, are one of only a handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from 2 different genetic issues. One has asthma and the other has a deadly allergy to peanuts. Their mother, a Ms. Susie Ford, who is the principal at the nearby school, was contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and the other was not. Well, she didn't have any twins attending her school. She asked if her daughters, Melissa and Heather, could be useful, and it turns out they were. She says they could be more different. My youngest, we all call her that even though it's only by 15 minutes, is shy, but hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field. But she's the definition of extrovert and is performing in a local production of Is There Life After High School later this year. The article includes a picture of the girls added to your evidence. It's a musical. It's quite obscure. There's one song from it that somewhat surpassed the popularity from the rest of the musical called The Kid Inside. If you would like to listen to it, I'd recommend Barry Manilow's version. No, thank you. Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, hang on. Whoops. Where's it gone? I don't want to listen to Barry Manilow, thank you. Not right now. How do explain Barry Manilow to non-UK people? Like, is he known elsewhere? Heather Ford. Okay. Right. Heather Ford. Excuse me. Is this them? to. So we have the one on the left is holding an inhaler, and the other on the right is holding an EpiPen. Jesus wept. I don't know if him and I'm a Brit. It's for the best. He is known! He's known in the US. Yeah, yeah. He's... He's another of that, like, that slightly older generation of white male singers. He is known as, yeah, it's a great way to word it. It's like Rod Stewart and all of that. They're like, what, in their, God, I don't know, 70s now? But they used to be like the heartthrob of earlier generations. Maybe Cliff Richard as well at a push. That sort of like audience, isn't it? Can I go back a second? Okay. Youngest is footballer. Asthma. Older. Asthma older. So this is the older child. This is Heather. Hang on. Oh god. Yes. I think. Heather. Ford. And Melissa, was it? Hello, cookies. This game is set before you were born. Oof. Yes. Well, that's made several of us feel... Oh, don't say same. Don't encourage this. No, welcome in. It's fine. I'll just crumble into oblivion. I'm not even the oldest person currently hanging out in this area. Born the same year. No, to be fair, 1999 was a good year. No, you can't ban the comments. Michael handling it wonderfully. Everyone else just going. Hang on, hold up. Melissa and Heather, they're attending the school. So they're in K-12. Fucking done. No picture of whatever, but it's fine. How did that go as smoothly as it did? Again, I just need to reset my brain. Just needs to come at it at a different time. There's still the secret to do. Also, they're back.
Hi again. I know you probably thought you were done.
Apart from the secret booklet thing.
But it turns out what you're doing here might have some pretty major repercussions on the family tree.
Oh.
Again. Also, there's something really strange happening. I can't explain it.
Oh no.
Neither of us can.
I'd call it a simple misunderstanding, but it's digging at the pit of my stomach. I just have a feeling. Clark?
Last week, let's just say being the president, sometimes people bring me things.
Just skip to the important part.
Right. One of our janitors brought me some hair she'd found in Ruby Spratt's trash.
What?
It was Bonnie Hudson's.
What?
Bonnie is Guy's sister. She'd sent us her hair to test potential Roottrees, since her DNA is closest to Guy's. But Ruby threw it out, and I wasn't sure why she would have done that. Especially right before we began testing the tree you provided.
What? Ruby, I wrote notes down for Ruby because I thought she was of questionable behaviour. I'll have to look at the notes. You should not have been watching Shadow of Mordor and Alien.
When I asked, she told me she thought the samples needed to be fresh every time.
She says
we did a
possibly
test.
watching Alien as a teen, like early teen. And definitely Predator. Good times. I do not condone watching of content that is not rated for you.
It seems really odd. Ruby was the one who convinced us to do DNA testing in the first
Ruby's done
place.
something.
She seemed so knowledgeable. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Ruby did start this whole shebang. Ruby's their, like, PR person they got in, and then she was, like, helping. No, you can't turn the dialogue up. This is the problem with this game.
You've done more of a deep dive on these people than anybody else has.
Oh, don't
Clark
say
will keep a
Minecraft.
closer eye on the DNA
That's
tests
worse.
from now on. You have an eye for anomalies. We need you to find the smoking guns.
I'd actually probably say that the genre of Minecraft and content creation is actually probably more dangerous for younger children and teens than watching me play Alien.
If there's anyone you're 100% positive can't be a root tree,
Or any of that. Sorry, and now we're
Or
cutting people
any
out.
you've got definitive evidence are
What?
Roottrees.
I don't have any of that. We've just been guessing.
We might be able to catch Ruby in a lie.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. God, okay, hang on. Right, that's just the little updatey thing. Ruby Spratt. Yeah, she's been questionable in the past. Show me this. Oh, God, here's the tree. Oh, no. Why? Guy, please. So, we are missing pictures of Chris Rafferty, by the way. Clark Rafferty. I said Rafferty. Guy, again. Susan, again. Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Are we ticking things? Oh, no. Oh, no. I've got to grade people. Oh, this is really awkward. What do you mean, good luck? Shit. Where's the premise of this game? So we're in the DLC. Oh, my God. All the way over here as well? Whoa. Oh, here? So, we're in the DLC for the main game. The base game is like genealogy crossed with Obra Dinn, right? We have to try and work out who the blood relatives are that come back to this family tree. Bearing in mind that, whatever he is, great-great-great-granddaddy Elias Roottree was a hypocrite. Was like, only direct blood can inherit, whilst also having several affairs. Also, same deal over here with the televangelist who was like, oh, we can't, it's a sin, it's such a sin, just fucking banging people here. So, the DLC is you trying to tidy up afterwards and work out who's actually a root tree from the various affairs that they've had. Guy Hudson, once again, has had too many affairs. This is going to be annoying. So are we suggesting then that every single bit of DNA evidence that we have that Ruby has overseen could potentially be wrong, including the anonymous one and also this one? Start with the ones I can confirm. Okay. DNA comes into it. Yeah. Well, she threw a bit out, didn't she? So yeah, there's some hypocrisy. There's also someone who was cut out the tree for being gay. Someone who married a person of color who was briefly ejected from the family tree. So just quite a lot of in the back ends of this bit up here. Look, they just lived on a farm together. They were roommates, and also they adopted a child that was abandoned because this was also I shout to the farmer roommates. They were farm mates. Also, this guy who is one of the guys who was at the door, but has also good lord. Right. Okay. Well, what can I confirm? Can I confirm that Elias and Bess had Frank Williams? Maybe. These two have got to be. I don't know about this one, actually. But I feel like he has to be. This one was like... So this guy was DNA evidence confirmed, right? Potentially. But those two are adopted. Adopted. Like, his face and his face, when he's a child, like, when they're kids, very similar. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of like guardianship like shimmying around, which doesn't necessarily mean they're not a root tree. So if we take it at like faith that no one has tampered with 5P's the rapper and his like, do we haven't found this clue yet? Oh god. Like we've got DNA. Oh god, it doesn't go back to him. Hang on. Oh no. Oh, this is stressful. I like that it's there, but also, what do you mean I haven't found these yet? But again, you can find it here. Company records. Oh yeah, we know his mum was working there, and also there was some right. This is not helpful. Go away. No, that's the all your problems thing. Did we not have... Where's the DNA? DNA test proved he was related. Joanna, sorry, was the secretary. We also have pictures of them together. In fact, there it is. So that's... He's had DNA evidence come back as correct. So, yes? Oh, okay. Is this... It tells me if I'm right. Or is that just a yes? Oh, no, it's just okay. He has DNA, but is there more? I mean, yeah. But we've got that. We don't necessarily need to prove any more. Right? We don't need to find everything to prove it. Oh god, this is... Yeah, did Ruby tamper with it? This is the problem. Like, is Ruby here? I have 12 possible root trees left to identify. Okay. How do I find out more? Doing the 2 I don't know... What, filling these in? Who am I missing? Who do we think guy potentially banged? I'm assuming Ruby's the child. Yeah, I'm assuming that this is like she's come back with a vengeance. Because the whole thing, where's it gone? I wrote it down, so I was like, this is weird. Ruby Spratt, Ruby Legal Enterprises, a law firm and PR firm that oversaw adding Sam into the family officially, as well as changes to the Clance Trust requirements to avoid more legal challenges. Turned up in March before Roottry Mania was hired in April. Ruby grew up in foster care, but excelled at school and earned a scholarship to study at Mid-Eastern University. There it fucking is. There she graduated at the top of her legal class and was hired as a lawyer for a prominent firm. Ruby went to, yeah, Mid-Eastern. Which is where Susan... No, it's not where Susan was the principal. It's where... someone went. Oh, it's where Min Lang is studying. Or Lucy, right? So... Well, she's not there now, but yeah, it's... I think we need to look into Ruby Spratt. We need to start digging into her a bit more. Graduated top of her class, valedictorian speech was somewhat controversial at the time. It was quite serious with a heavy focus on wealth inequality. She had a perfect GPA and she had a full scholarship. Okay. Yeah. The company, Ruby Legal Enterprises, took over as the keepers of the trust. She also came to the conclusion there'll be constant legal challenges without modifications. She has put the modifications through. She's now in charge of, the company is now in charge of many financial aspects, including verifying claims to the trust, organising the various charitable causes such as scholarships that are set up. Oh no, that's to do with the Clance Trust. Ignore that. We have that to come back to as well. We also have this. News time. I think I looked at this before. Oh yeah, these photos. Cicely Sanchez's photos. That weird thing that happened. There were photos in the magazine of Guy Hudson that Ruby pressured someone to take down, and that specific magazine is still missing. I think we still don't have the photos, right? Here it is. We had some of the article, I think. Oh yeah, his mistress. Oh yeah, Susan Ford. Oh my god, yes. I don't have the pictures, but we do have some of the article. In fact, this is the bit where Patricia's enjoyed the company of women. There it is. Oh, we do have the photos. That's how you get Susie and Christine. Because that's the Susan we've got. That's okay. There's another photo to find of her here. Also this one. Local teen making change to the foster care system. Founded children of a school. Andrew got award. She made something called Foster Fountain. People throw coins into it, and then they're donated to the foster care system. Fountain of Youths, also known as Foster Fountain, is found in Portland. Okay. Find an article. Who's the... sorry. Why do I know the name Dirte Dave? Is that not What's-His-Face's OG name? It is. Previous stage name. So, hang on. Hold up. Hold up. These are foster care alumni. All the performers and speakers. Foster care alumni, most of them grew up together as close friends. This includes poets, musicians, and dancers. Dirte Davey was listed as one of the musicians. Didn't we know he went into foster care, though? Briefly. Or did we not? We knew. Because, yeah, he was in and then he came out again. Oh, yeah, his mum was only 16. So Ruby and him potentially know each other independently of this. Excuse me, I'm just going to take that off. Also, Sprat. It's like his... No, if she's been in the foster care system, Sprat's not necessarily the name of her birth mother. Oh. Oh, poo. Okay. I like how we were like, we start with the ones we know, and it's like, I don't know. Because we have at the back of my mind, I'm like, there's that anonymum thing where the DNA evidence wasn't correct. And I'm like, is that what this is? Is that not related? Was it? Yeah, was Ruby messing with that as well? It's just, what a pain in the ass. It's messing with my everything. Ruby has caused me problems. Technically, if I just pop into here, was it no, go back. The only complete source of information you can find before her time with the Roottrees is from a website for a magazine owned by a major airline. Oh, that's the... No. That's not one we've got, right? That's not one of the periodicals. But finding that... I don't know if that's actually a thing. Okay, hang on. Let's look at the list. Yes. Give me some point. Where's it gone? Right. So, what have I've not looked at Anonymum. Is that the hint? Because we did it, and then we were like, we don't actually have much to go on. Let's just leave that, and haven't had to come back to it. That one, yes. Yeah. So that's kind of like, that's the only place we haven't touched. So that's kind of why I was saying a little bit earlier. Again, the DNA evidence thing, that was the one that there was a DNA evidence check and it was wrong. Claimed an affair with a Roottree leading to Jane Doe, her daughter. DNA tests proved she was not. So I think we're going to have to go on basically Mum's net. And just have a look. Claimed she slept with Guy Hudson. Her daughter was a Roottree. She appeared in the shadows with a disguised voice and promoted an article about herself in News Time. She refers to her daughter as Jane Doe Roottree. The day after the article, Sam Mabson publicly supported Anonymum. But it did backfire due to the 5Ps thing. Her accusation even included many of the same details as his mother's story. God, so maybe he isn't and he's stolen, like, Ruby's story? The DNA test could also be flawed as well. Yeah. It might not be Ruby. It could be whoever's done the DNA test. I'm just skimming for... Yeah, the company lawyers are verifying my work. Not ideal. Okay, hang on. Let's go to the periodicals. Hello. So an anonymous woman appears on the cover of Newsweek holding a picture of her daughter, Jane Doe Roottree. The first and only mention of the phrase anonymum came the week after when they issued an apology for featuring it in the first place. And then we have the Piketty one. It says that anonymum... Hang on. Let's just... Anonymum. Piketty, just so I remember. Manager at a department store in North Carolina. Daughter's name is Courtney May. They said the woman that vouched for her famous cover story is named Corinne, and she'd filed for bankruptcy. The article speculates that Anonymum and Corinne are in on it together. Jane Doe Roottree. Corinne S. vouched for cover story in News Time. Not voiced. Vouched. And she filed for bankruptcy. So we've got there's money shit happening. Corinne Spratt. Yeah, exactly. Spratt? The article speculates that Anonymum and Corinne were in on it together, may even speculate they might be lovers. Article thinks Noddy Mum and Corinne are lovers. But they're definitely not the same person. But it's like filed for bankruptcy because of being sued. There's like a there's a yeah. We'll see. Get rid of that. Oh. Unhelpful. Unlike 5P, she wishes to remain anonymous, so both photos are obscured. And the anonymous woman claimed to have had an affair with Guy when she was working as his secretary. She and another woman were hired at the same time. One moment, please. Where's my hiring list? Here it is. Right. She and another woman were hired at the same time during a transitional period where many of the secretaries that had worked under Zach were already gone. So, this is during Zach's time. Guy becomes president. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 secretaries at that point. So it's most of them gone. 2 are hired. This is when 4 are hired. 1 is hired. 3 are hired. They were both underqualified. Neither had typewriting experience. He had his own requirements for hiring women. But parties seemed to be an excuse to have more after parties at Guy's home featuring more alcohol. She did sleep with him at one of these parties. She confronted him when she found out she was pregnant, didn't seem fazed, came to an arrangement, paid her a lot of hush money. She moved away, started a life with her daughter. When Guy died, the money stopped coming. She assumed things had run their course. She went back to work at the department store. Told everyone that the daughter's father walked out one day and never came back. Then she saw the article and realised that she wasn't the only one this happened to. And while she never worked at the company at the same time as 5P's mother, Joanna, who is here and fired here, the stories seem eerily familiar. There is no tangible evidence of her time at Roottrees, and all the payments were made in cash. So, yeah, we've got to have, yeah, it's over a year. Also, Corinne Schwartz is literally there. Literally there. So, this bit here. Here we go. It's them. It's one of them. Like, if Corinne has someone else, and there's, you know, or we have to come back to the other woman who was hired at the same time who also remained anonymous that they appeared to have talked to. We have the list of the 4 people that were hired that year. I'll come back to it in a minute. Where is the other thing I was looking for? What year was that? 78, 79. Yeah, okay. It's all right. I just want to make sure we've got that as well. Oops. 78, 79. 1978 to 79 records. So I think we could probably say it's Corinne vouching for a cover story for Anonymum, and Anonymum is therefore what? Here? Bye, Bina. Have a good one. We will see you tomorrow. Look after yourself. Have a great evening. Where's it gone? Because they've managed to get in touch with this other woman, right? They fact-checked the timeline, confirmed the existence. Right, Corinne Schwartz it is. I think. Hang on. Some of the people attempting to track down Anonymum were harassing her. She recently had to take a leave of absence because people showed up at the car dealership that she worked at. She begged people to stop the accusations so she could get back to a normal life. In every article you find, the journalists involved have independently verified she is not Anonymum. Okay. Should we trust that? Let's have a look in the periodicals. Hang on. Hello, Corinne. The article explains it's impossible for her to be Anonymum because her only child is still in middle school. So, it can't be Corinne. But Corinne knows Anonymum. Right? So yeah, it's not a case of there's a possibility she could have vouched for herself, which was all I was checking, but yeah. Hang on. Come on now. Cannot be Anonymum because her son is still in middle school. There we go. Okay. So, what about Beatrice Watts? What about Lisa Lewis? Just in case, these are all the women who were hired at the same time. What about Valerie Ewing? Okay. Just in case. No. Okay. So. What was the other name for Lewis? What's that? Hang on. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Right, hold up. Lisa Lewis hired. There's Susan. Linda Lewis was hired. And we weren't sure if that was a typo. Corinne was fired. And Lisa Lewis was fired. Same year Linda was hired. Oh God, hang on. We have to look back for it. Where was it? Which bit of information is it? Here? Company records. Beatrice was hired at the same time as Corinne. Hang on. Lisa Lewis and Valerie Ewing hired later, but same, but together. Together, 1979. 1978. Okay. So let's just scroll to where we have money that's mostly for events and the ridiculous flavors that suck, but whatever. Corinne and Beatrice are no longer employed by Roottrees. Same time. (1980). Corinne and Beatrice no longer employed. I know it's in the other bit. We may as well just have it separately. Linda Lewis and Angela Ingram hired. 1981. Lisa Lewis and Valerie. That's not how we spell Valerie. Good grief. No longer employed. Just so we've got the Lisa and the Linda there. I assume, yeah, there's some sort of biological relationship going on. Sisters, maybe. When does... There's the Grandolph Dove donation, which is to that Hudson wing. Everything else is standard expenses bollocks. Okay, hang on. We just need to go to this page. So Ernest replaces Guy in 1982. Susan Ford leaves. Then there are no changes in office staff. But secretaries wise, Angela, Linda, and Catherine, who's been there the entire time. Actually, no, Catherine's not. She's, yeah. Work time temp then does all of it. When did Joanna stop working there? Oh, she's really early on. She's the crossover of Ernie. Like, she's actually technically like pre-Guy. So she goes really early, if memory serves. I'll check though. 1982. Oh, hang on. 1982. Angela. Have I got Angela written down? Yes. Angela, Linda, and Catherine Garrett. No longer employed. Secretaries now outsourced to temp agency work time temp, which we briefly looked at before, but I guess we look at again. If we go to 1975, Zach is still in charge and Joanna is there. So she's there right at the start. Joanna then leaves in 1976. Oh, no, she doesn't. No, 1977, sorry. She gets married, and then she's no longer employed. So, actually doesn't help us, annoyingly, because she's not there. We were looking at, like, the batch after that anyway. Okay, I'll put Pharaoh, just so we know Catherine for later. So, yeah, Anonymum, we weren't looking for Anonymum to be there. Like, before 1977 anyway. Cannot be before 1977. Like, it has to be this hiring. Sorry, it has to be this hiring. Like, the Corinne is here. Beatrice is here. So I don't think we were ever in danger of picking Anonymum as someone who was there when Joanna was there. I think. We're looking at, though, there's Christine, right? So Christine does have 2 kids. There is infidelity. She does, I think, stay married to Stephen Garland. And these kids do take Garland as their name. So there's an issue there with them. And Guy. But we're looking at... Are we looking at after Christine goes as well? Oh, wait, hang on. Catherine, not Christine. Hold up. Wait. Did I just typo it from... Wait, who the fuck's Catherine Garrett, then? Hold up. Christine. Oh, yeah, Christine Garland. So... Where is Christine's gone in 19... Did I just hallucinate that? Oh, she was hired. I missed her being hired. So actually, it's not Catherine either. Catherine can, like, potentially come out of that. But that's not her name. I'll put hired in 1981. It's easier. I think we're looking at somewhere in these names. Like, if Corinne is literally here and she was hired at the same time as Beatrice, I'd assume that they were close. So is there a possibility that Beatrice Watts is an honor mum? Or are we looking more at the, like, Lewises and etc.? I don't know. What I do know is I could do with having a pee break. I also don't, I don't really know what to do with, like, this entire DNA thing is a problem. But we'll see. You need a drink. Yeah, Sapling needs a drink. I need a wee. So let's do a little break. Yeah, and then when I get back, we'll try and work this out. In reality, just run all the goddamn DNA tests. Again, job done. Please. In a controlled space. Yes, you can, Sapling. Exactly. Right, you go get a drink. I'm going to have a wee. Folks, if you need to, you know, grab snacks, etc., have a little stretch of your legs, you can. Because we're going to go to some lurkbait times. Make sure, yeah, but get to, like, third party, exactly. Do all that. It would be fine. Right, music. There we go. I'll give you some musical times. Try not to fish everything up out of the lake, but, you know, have a fun time with it. The ads are going to be coming in. Actually, it says 15 minutes, but I might run them early so that I'm back and they're done. So I'm going to set them going momentarily. You may see some ads. This is, again, why I'm doing them now. You need food or drink. You need the toilet. Go get it done. They'll be playing for 3 minutes. Lurkbait is also on in the meantime. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute, folks. BRB. Oh yeah, also for clarity, this is the one that confused people. It's not me in the background going blah, 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 blah. It's part of the track. Don't worry. I'm not trying to talk to you through the radio waves just yet. See you in a minute. Hello, I have returned. Oh, perfect timing. Get you. Shush. Shush, Jazz. Not Jazz. House music. Hello. Oh, God. I have not walked away and had inspiration. Such fun. I am back. Hello. Sorry, yes, I was remarkably quick on the turning it off then, Tuffin. Sorry. I was like, oh, we're done, quick. We're back with the problem that could be solved by just running the DNA through an independent party. Okay. Okay. This is just this bullshit. Science could deal with this problem for us. It's sapling. I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know how good the hint system is in this. We've kind of avoided using it. But I think I need... We're looking at Anonymum. I think I need more. It's like... Corinne was hired, yeah. Corinne was hired with Beatrice Watts, right? We know that. So Beatrice Watts, I did a search. No bueno. So... What was about the other child that was brought up? Oh god, what child? Which child? Too many children! Someone needed to stop this man. Or just, you know, get him to wear a condom. Assuming Beatrice Watts was the mother. There's a name I wrote in my notes. Oh god. A Watts name? Oh shit. We have another, yeah, I'm like, we have another Watts. If Tuffin can't remember a Watts, then oh god. Under the Anonymum tab, I have a first name. Oh, Courtney May Watts. Oh shit. Yeah, we weren't going to get that without some quite severe poking. Here we go. She's not... Oh, she's not shy about claiming she is Jane Doe Roottrees. I see. Okay, so she didn't care. As proof, she's posted an unobscure cover for the time she was on there, as well as a different picture of herself with a wedding photo. The website seems to be created in defense of her mother, who's been a target of public scrutiny. Everyone has everything wrong. My mum approached before 5Ps. No one at the company took us seriously. They only listened to us after we appeared on TV and in magazines. The site has a scanned letter from the Ruby legal group to her mother, Beatrice. It seems to accuse her of exploiting their name and orders her to leave the Roottrees alone. It's dated a few weeks from before the 5Ps article, and it seems legitimate. Everyone in the media we approached assumed she was lying because the story was like 5P's. But my mum's story was first. She was advised to go public after seeing him on the article, but our story was first. She discussed the DNA test as well. My mum is amazing. She's the nicest mum in the world. She has diabetes and works at a department store, but still managed to help pay for my apartment so I could stay with my high school sweetheart. I got a degree in nursing, so I learned about DNA in college, but I'm beginning to think it's all a lie. Mum's 100% confident there's no one else, so either they did the DNA test wrong, or DNA's a lie, which we know is not true. Oh, oof. Good luck, Blazy. I mean, yay on the way back at Cool 15. Although I hope, like, you get home safe, etc. But, oof. Yeah, Ruby and Davy, they went to the same, like, yeah, there's some bullshit happening here, isn't there? Like, it doesn't help with every other root tree. But it helps with this bit. So let's have a little look here. What do we got? This is Courtney May and Danny together forever. Oh, I wonder what I wonder where he works. And then this is the original picture. Of the anonymous mother that's Beatrice Watts. Hang on. Hold up. Beatrice Watts department store, right? God, what is that? What would that be? Retail? Maybe? That's her. That's also her. And then this is Danny. Actually, I don't need to know Danny's profession, so it's fine. Oh, sorry, Daniel. Oh no. Oh, it's gone on both. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, I'm back again. Interesting. Hello. Oh, hi, I'm here. That was everything. Did a little fart. That was just a little blip. YouTube went as well. I didn't need to touch anything. Just had a little blip. I think that's just how it be at the moment. OBS had a patch to fix the stream key issue I was having, which, again, was a thing. Thankfully, they fixed it. Shout out to OBS. It wasn't me. I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just being weird. But you can see down there, YouTube also went, so that might actually legitimately have been my line. I do sometimes, if there's a Twitch issue, because again, like, I've been messing around with bandwidth to try and make sure I've got all the stuff ready for enhanced broadcast, which means better quality. But as a result, earlier, OBS accidentally gave Twitch too much data, and what Twitch does is it reacts by saying, oh, maybe not, no, that's a bit too much, calm down. And sometimes if OBS then has a disconnect, YouTube will be affected briefly. But that, I think that was just a separate thing. Whatever, it came back. It is also, again, it is also Tuesday. That is a day when a lot of patches and stuff happen. So who knows? Do I care that much? No. I was in the process, sorry, of saying that she's a nurse, right? But the wedding photo has to buy an ambulance, so maybe he's an ambulance driver. Maybe that's, you know, or whatever. They met there, but I don't actually need his profession, so it's fine. But yeah, I sent YouTube stuff. It seems chill. That's not having a cry, but I need to tinker with that a bit more. Ugh, right. Okay. So we don't have DNA evidence for this because it got fiddled with potentially. Yeah, Tuesday's update day for Twitch. And this is the other thing, is it could legitimately just be that. Because actually my chat didn't go. I said, like, hold on. I didn't lose internet entirely. But it could be, again, yeah, if there's a little blip, the Twitch side, maybe all of OBS stops. That's not in a, like, pointing fingers way, just in a... that might also make sense. Maybe. The bright red hair, yeah. Like, it's a family trait. Isn't it? Like, that, obviously, she doesn't look like she's a redhead, but she could also, she could be dyeing it. But that red hair, yeah. And it is quite a strong, that red hair does carry really strongly down this family line. Because it starts up here. And, like, look, it kind of sticks around a bit. Yeah. So, she does have sort of brown hair. Yeah. She also looks like, She also looks like, what's it? The original Sabrina series. Aunt Zelda. Slightly. In a respectful way. But I don't know what we... Okay, so... It's just a very specific pissed off look that Zelda would do, and it's giving me that. So... What else can I look for? Hang on. No. I mean, it's something. No, that's that again. Oh, wait, hang on. Newton, formerly Watts. It literally is there. Right, hang on. Newton. There you are. You're done. Okay. Well, I've done that bit. I'm chill with that. I still have the ongoing quandary of the rest of this mess. I'm beginning to think he's not a Roottrie. But we don't have any evidence for this. Can I lock it in? No. That's the bit that's concerning, is there's no lock-in. I have to do all of the other stuff, I think. Also, it's like, what? We're going to start looking at these guys as well now? Where do I begin with, like, Frank Williams? It's been so goddamn long. And also, I don't have, like, proof for some of these. Can I not just tick it? I haven't found a clue. What do you mean I haven't found this clue yet? Oh, God. Like, there's somewhere I'm pretty confident that they are, but... Like, we can't... What do I... Yes? I think he is. I think he also is, because that fucking smile, right? Look, that child's smile, okay? Remember that smile and that hair. We go up here to the family tree. These are the other two children of that man. That smile, that hair. This is, like, his grandchild. It's like the family resemblance is, like, really strong. So I'm saying yes. This guy, though, I did always wonder, because there is an existing father. And I can't see, but he has blue... I think he has blue eyes, and I don't think Miracle does. There's a lot of that... There's a lot of the, like, oh yeah, they adopted kind of bollocks. But we've already established that people are doing dodgy, like, guardianship swapsies earlier. She adopted a lot of people. A lot of orphans. That was kind of her thing. Just conveniently adopted these children. It's like, where did they come from? Yeah, I don't think... This is Mark as a child, and this is Stuart as a child. Stuart has the blonde hair. The brown eyes. Right? Brown hair. Blue eyes? Mark got left on her doorstep in a basket. Excuse me, I just need to check. Brown eyes. Brown eyes. We're going on fucking proper life. We're going to do DNA shit. We're going to do science shit. Blue eyes do not feature in his family tree. So I'm gonna... to be fair as well, the story with this, I was always a bit like, I don't think Mark is. I think Mark is the... Again, left on her doorstep in a basket, but also potentially this failed marriage. I don't think he is a Roottrie. I mean, you might think it might be a reach, but we have got, like, again, the redhead gene here. There's also this, like, curly hair gene that's, again, a little bit redhead that kind of manifests. There's more to find on oh god, there is more to find on Mark. I'm scared about the Sapling's kind of the not the guide, but the one who, if there's ever going to be like really big spoilery hints, that Sapling would be typing. So concerns me. Maybe. How do you describe things without giving it away? I don't know. This is your challenge. Okay, hang on. Let's look at Mark, because we are missing shit for Mark. Who's Billy Sims? The fuck is this? Mark Clementine. Crocodile Clementine. From Los Angeles. The Basket Baby. Oh yeah, he lost his job, he's trespassing. He also transported smuggled animals. That's his mugshot that we've got. Did Courtney May tell you where she got her DNA test done? No. Did she? Oh gosh, there it is. DNA test. Did she? Said about the lawyers. Oh yeah. Actually, did they? Because the Ruby Legal Group is on behalf of the Roottrees. So did they use them as well? Hang on. No. Who's doing the goddamn DNA tests? Because, yeah, whoever's behind it has either swapped the tests or, yeah. Hang on, where is... Not that. Oh god, where's it gone? Hang on. Did it say in here? Let's just quickly check. No. Oh, Courtney May Newton. That's true. Ryan and Cork. Yes, there was something about Ryan and Cork. I'm just trying to see if I can find it so that we're not cheating. I'm just looking. Wait, was it? Oops. Wrong thing. There was something. Ah, right. Here it is. Ryan and Cork. Yes. I for some reason, thought that was just two random people. As opposed to, oh, a legal team. Sorry, I did scroll too quickly. I'm, well. You know me. Was Ryan and Gregory Cork? Tell me more. This is a DNA test. Hello. Who's this? Who the fuck is... Hold up. Who's Adrian Rowland, PhD? Why has he not... Bonnie Kellogg. But, hang on. Go away. Bonnie Kellogg. Fuck's Bonnie Kellogg? Bonnie's up here, isn't she? Actually, hang on. There's Bonnie. So yeah, they're using Bonnie's DNA to test it. So, Guy's sister. Okay, so that part of the form, at least, is claiming the correct thing. And it's saying there is, yes, not a good match. But Ruby threw out her hair. Yeah, DNA Tech Co. Or DNA Testing Co, possibly. See what it comes up with. But he's not bringing up anything as an individual. Dynatico. Oh, gee. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. God. So, yeah, this is like groundbreaking technology in the 90s, DNA testing. It is responsible for the test that proved Felix was a Rootree as well. Whenever they take a sample of a person, they put the name of the person on the test according to their legal ID, which is why it says David instead of Felix. They test it versus a sample sent from the Roottrees. It's listed as Jane Doe because it wasn't collected in person, but the Roottree company let them know it was from Bonnie Kellogg. As far as you can tell, they're legitimate. But we know that she threw out the hair. This is another DNA test. There's a 99% chance that David is related to the alleged Aunt Jane Doe. Same dude. It's not a neutral party. Don't be ridiculous. So, sorry. How can I cross-compare these? That's not gonna work. Hang on. Oh, this is awkward. Can I? Yes. It's not ideal, but... The alleged paternal aunt here is Bonnie Kellogg. A Jane Doe is apparently the same person, but the alleles don't fucking match. I don't know a lot about DNA testing, but generally your DNA doesn't change between fucking tests. So, someone's been fiddling. Someone's been fiddling. Yeah, the DNA is not the same. To the extent that, like, neither of these are Bonnie. I assume. Because, if we assume that she has the correct alleles, they also don't match this Jane Doe very well. There's some bullshit here. So Adrian, I think Adrian has faked the results for both. I don't think he's swapped them either. Someone else's sample was sent in. What does Felix still have that his mum owned? Oh god, he's got something, hasn't he? Has he got a locket? Some bollocks. Oh, some bollocks, Jesus Christ. Hairbrush. Hairbrush. Right, there it is. Hairbrush. You got some hair? So, not a Rootree. I'm saying not a Rootree for him. They just tested he was Joanna's son. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because also it's red. So they probably wouldn't have clocked it. This one, whatever sample they used is not Joanna. So it's potentially just a random hair that was used for her. Like, I don't think we have the evidence for this. Oh no, I found everything. I don't know if it is impossible to prove, because technically we could do a DNA test and then it would be possible to prove. But I guess in this specific moment, it's impossible to prove. Right? Yeah, I don't believe that the sample for Courtney is from Bonnie because the alleles do not match. And why would you send in a legitimate sample if you're trying to disrupt the situation on the off chance that it was legit? So I don't know whose DNA that was used. Maybe it's Ruby's. So I don't think we can legitimately say here. These, I've no bloody clue. But no, I think he's definitely not. I haven't found that clue. I don't care. Hey, Sam. Oh, enjoy. Enjoy the confusion. Yeah, I hope you have a good rest. I am also tired. I wish I had rested a bit for the traveling. I'm feeling better. Yesterday, I was properly knackered. So, no, I'm good, thank you. If a bit... a bit shot through a cannon. I feel like I need a couple more days of just, like, existence. And then I might be back properly. It does not help that it's also, like, brain puzzle times. And I didn't do big progress. I just finished the game with, like, 1 click. But now I was like, oh, we did well. And now I have to do stuff like, work this out. Someone's fiddled the DNA testing. And also, we could just DNA test everyone, but we're not doing that. Just to be awkward. I don't pinch people. I'm not dickhead. How dare you? I don't think we can judge. I mean, Min could have guy's nose, but it's a bit of a... Oh god, that's a horror. Okay, we'll just go this. I don't like this one, but it's the most front-facing one. But I don't think we could. I don't think that's enough, is it? Thanks, Sam. Have a good look. A good watch the VODs. Like, am I guessing? I think these are very possible, to be quite honest. The twins. I think they have to be. That relationship was so long running. Wait, hang on a sec. Hang on a minute. We have, like, allergies. These two have severe allergies. Peanut butter. One of them hates peanut butter. The second coming of Elias. Oh, fucking Elias can do one. There was something about... Do they have allergies in that? There's something. There might be an allergy situation somewhere in Guy's, like, family history. The others are potential... The sweet flavours might align with names. She does, yeah, I think we can probably say that she does look a little bit like maybe the face and the nose. Like, she does look a little more mixed than her mum if we have to guess. But she hasn't got as red a hair. It is lighter than her mum. Oh yeah, Dark Star. Yeah. Caviar. Oh, fucking caviar in development. Where was that? Hang on. Oh yeah, we have melon. Sugar plum flavor was cancelled in 1982 along with all other... Oh, that's when Guy got kicked out. We've got caviar, butterscotch. So butterscotch was in testing along with caviar in 1979. And then 1981 test strawberry, Shigua or melon as well as the others. And then sugar plum appears cancelled along with all other flavours. There's no peanut butter. I'm not sure where I got peanut butter from. Oh, we're now into DNA testing, Darkstar. Like, I solved that bit. It's gotten worse. What kind of caviar? I don't know. But they're sweets. So it's sweets that are caviar flavoured. Which is just horrible. I don't know anything about the flavors. Like, I I was like, oh yeah, we know he went to certain places. So like, I think we could assume that the melon flavor's here. I swear there's something about allergies. I don't know if it's guys specifically, but somebody had allergies. I'm sure. But God, that might have been somewhere in the thing. First letter of flavors to first letters of net. Oh God, of course. Oh, I forgot he did that entirely. Ridiculous situation. Flavors to names. So caviar testing. Christine. Butterscotch. Oh, this is a bit grim. Sugar. Strawberry. And then sugar plum appears cancelled. Along with all other new flavours. Maybe. It does go back to that. Yeah, it's a bit of a... I mean, I'm going to say yes, she's a blood relative. I'm also relatively confident that Min is. So... More... There's no J. What? What? Where am I where's a J? Oh, as in Joanna. Yeah, no. He's not. He's not. He can fuck off. This situation, it may be. I think Joanna might have been a lover. I mean, she's dead, so she can't really say anything. But this situation definitely hasn't happened. Oh, these boys as well. I mean, they look pretty... maybe? I kind of assume they were. Like, this bit's a hot mess. We have to come back to Mark, I think, don't we? Mark's basically left over, assuming that this is all sort of correct. Because these are twins, right? So, and they are like so similar. They're not. They've got to be not. Is biological twins the right one? No, identical twins. Biological twins. One is 3 years younger for the Garlands. Hang on. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh shit. This one. Not a Roottrie. He's the younger guy. Not helpful. Oh yeah, Steve. Did you Antonelli's? That's not. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. No, that's your kitchen book thing. Here it is. These two. The age difference left in delegate. Yeah. So that's. Wait, hang on. Yeah. So James is potentially. How old are you? James is like the one who could be a Roottrie. Robert is not. Whereas those two are twins, so the kind there's a very, 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 very rare chance that you can have like two children at once that are not twins. Like super rare. More like to happen in cats. That's why sometimes you get a lot of like different coloured kittens in the litter, because actually there's 2 or 3 dads. It is kind of biologically possible, but it's like there's a lot of timings that have to line up and so forth. Like these two are twins. They came out in the same birth, and they have to be like pretty much identical twins. The allergy thing is going to bug me because I swear somebody has allergies and I don't know who it is. And I can't remember why we know this. Oh god, also these two up here need to be dealt with. Which, are we really bringing these into disrepute? Because... oh god. I mean, I thought they were, weren't they? I'm just going to put them in as a yes. I can't be bringing them back into it. Also, there are missing pictures still, and also Mark is still a problem. Goddamn Mark, who again, the baby dropped on the doorstep with the the blue eyes and the brown hair, which is not this. Like, I don't think he is. But he could also just, yeah, he could also have been dumped there. No, that's not the one, is it? Where is... who's this? Why is a Mexican fast food chain? Lucinda Jacobson. Who the fuck is Lucinda Jacobson? Does that matter? The only one I don't know the answer for is Frank Williams because he's dead. Oh. So he's the one I have to put as this. Okay. I see. Whereas everyone else is still alive, so we could DNA test them. Or we... This is the issue with this specific thing, and it's a little bit like the search engine is I'm going, how does this how do this? I mean, you could theoretically test the descendants, absolutely. But it's so far removed from the original relative. Like, it's this top of the chain that I don't know what would come back. I don't think, like, you can't, also, we don't have his actual DNA, which is another issue. I mean, I suppose we could try and test her, because actually there's only, you could do, like, grandfather, maybe? Might be viable. But yeah, anyway. What do I do with all of these? Do we have any Elias DNA? I mean, I've no idea. That information is not available to us. Oh, fuck. Bad news. Okay. There's, we have one clue for these two. These are the two that tried to disown each other from the thing. They tried to kick each other out. Oh, this is tiresome. I can't be dealing with this. Actually, we haven't Googled them for a while. Oh. They tried to kick out... was it Sam? I thought one of them tried to, like, bully the other or something. I can't remember anymore, because it was all very childish. Ronald and Robert Roottrees. Why are you not coming up? Nicknames. I can't remember their bloody nicknames, can I? Robbie. Oh, God, is it? Okay. Robbie Roottrees was arrested. No, the Roottrees Rift. Oh, yeah. Ron was eager and personally motivated to take over the family, the whole thing, and maybe gut the trust to remove Robbie. Ron was apparently impossible to deal with, but it doesn't actually deal with the... That's the old stuff. Sorry, I'll look him up in a minute. Right. What is it? He hopes to release a movie about it someday. 3 weeks ago, Ron's mother Gwen died in Paris. He and his brother Robbie have seemingly made amends. Robbie was released from French prison. Oh, after serving a few years for assault. His embezzlement and arrest was partially featured in 6 pieces and has since become publicly infamous. He's not yet returned to the United States. He said, the death of my mother was hard on our family. My brother and I, after spending time together, caring and mourning, have made amends. It's a highly transformative few weeks. When it came to our relationship, I'm in recovery from my addiction, and a major aspect of that process is I wish to stay private. So these are the 2 boys, the sons of the Hollywood actress who had a famous marriage and then divorced to another actor, and then she went and left and moved to Paris. These boys, one of them became a producer, one became a director. Robbie also apparently embezzled everything, and it just went a bit wonky. Gwen. Can I just check? Gwen is... Yeah, no, Gwen is still Gwen Roottrees. We also have Penelope. Hang on. If she's died recently, then we've got... 3 weeks ago. No, she was 67. Okay. Cancel that then. So, Robbie Roottrees. Do we... hang on. No. So, how old are they? Oh. Hang on. Comedy film. 1953. What I don't get is she's a fucking Roottrees. Yeah, these are Roottrees. So why are we double checking this? That is a fair point. Just like halfway through me looking at that, I was like, why are we doing this? This has no bearing, surely. Due to her being a Roottrees by birth, unless she's adopted one of these. In which case, fuck. But arguably, like, they kind of look. One of them isn't, so which one? For the... How is she... When did she acquire a child that isn't hers? Because also, did he... He didn't die, did he? Or did he? Did Walter die? Oh, right, hang on. Who decided to kick who out? Ron wanted to take over. Seemed to wait. Remove Robbie. Right, hang on. Ron wanted Robbie out. So... Did Ron want him out because... Well... He was... But then where did he cut... What is this? You haven't found this clue yet either. That's the thing. Hang on. Let's just... Right. Leslie Florence. Tell me more about Leslie Florence. Second billing to Gwen, but she was quite good. She retired immediately after a co-starring role. Not much was known until it was re-released. Oh, she died of a genetic disease known as Huntington's in the late 1960s. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, no. Oh, oof. I can't remember what the divorce was, to be fair. Let's have a look. Oh. Do you want to maybe try that the right way? Here we are. Oh. None of that's relevant. Starlet. Her divorce was in 1958. When she announced her divorce, she mentioned she was pregnant again. Others mentioned that the rumour is he had multiple affairs which left her heartbroken. Pregnant again, though. We have a child on the way. We're sticking with Roottrees for the last name, not Williams. But we also plan to lead into alliteration. Multiple affairs as a rumour, but no one actually knows, I think. Christmas Mission was a flop. It's on a page called Flops. It's a movie about World War One. Okay. Release was cancelled. Just have a little. Oh dear. Okay. While Bill was supposed to cameo in Christmas Mission, he showed up drunk 3 days in a row, couldn't remember his lines, also kept hitting on an actress who was supposed to be doing a very somber, serious role. He was dropped from the picture. Still not really helped with this. Oh my goodness. Alan Vane, hello. I do think this raid is about me. Don't you? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Confusion, Suffering, and Puzzles with Genealogy. Thank you so much. Thank you. And welcome in, folks. My name is Hannah, or Lomadiah, or Lom. I use she, her pronouns. I am a variety streamer, gamer. Sometimes we play things like Dragon Age or Tomb Raider. Sometimes we try and do puzzles. We're trying to work out who the blood relatives are in this family tree, where there has been quite a lot of scandal. This guy produced too many children. It's a problem. There's also DNA tests that have been faked. And I need to try and work out who are blood relatives and who aren't. Which at this point we're talking about like twins and how twins work and stuff. We're also in 1999, which means that we get to use the 1999 internet. Also, if you do need to raid and run, please do. If you need to go get food, etc. But otherwise, hi everyone. I'm trying. It's fun, but it is challenging. I think it's only available on Steam. There is a link in the chat if you wanna check it out. The Roottrees are like basically this long family line of people. We've had to fill all this in, by the way. That came from this guy and this lady at the candy company. So we've basically unraveled, in theory, various family trees, including a scandal. We have a secret roommate couple that wasn't talked about for some time that ended up adopting a disowned child for the family. We had covered all of that. A scandalo. And now we're dealing with this absurdness. Also, I'm going to have to change back to that because his face looks weird. It's just, I don't like it. That particular photo, everyone's faces look odd. So yeah, I've sort of gone around just guessing in some cases who's got a child and who's been lying. Like, this is a whole faked thing. Sapling is also in chat trying to gently steer me towards an end. And if we do finish this early, we'll do a little bit of I've got a different puzzle game to show you. But if not, we'll do it next week. That'll be nice. Different flavour entirely. God, this I've got Mark to deal with. Mark the pilot, who I don't think is a root tree. Can I not just leave that? Can we not? Are we not done? It's not right. Yeah, it's a little bit like Obra Dinn had a baby with a family tree. So there's a lot of working out who certain people are. Again, sometimes, welcome to my weird house. Oh, you have to submit. Oh, really? Do I? Oh, God. Oh, God. I thought, where am I? Oh, here. I'm ready. This will end my search and reveal the truth. So oh my God, we can finish it. Can I look up the photos I'm still missing? I mean, I could try. We are missing a photo for Guy, a photo for Susan. It's the Ivy. Hi, hello, folks. Hi, Donna. How you doing? Is the IVF child his? I don't know anymore. I know not. There's been quite a lot of Hello? Oh no, that's not you. No, the IVF wasn't actually, was it? It was her sister. Sorry, it was this lady's sister that had the IVF. Where are the pictures of Chris and Clark? I know. Where's this picture? Where's this picture? We don't need to find them to progress, but they've been there for the whole DLC, and I haven't found them. Hey Nate, how you doing? And yeah, also these two. I assume you haven't. Did you not find them either, Sapling? Oh, okay. That makes me feel a bit better. I feel like these two could be together. Oh, you can't remember where you got them from, but they could all be in one picture. That's the thing. This could just be one picture with all four of them in, that I have to like stumble across on the internet. The internet says it's one picture. I'm doing good, thanks, Nate. We are attempting to finish this puzzle. You've been in the void the past hour. Oof, Donna. To be fair, there has been some quirky stuff going on with Twitch. It is a Tuesday. And Tuesday does seem to do these things. Oh, I see. You've also... Thank you for texting. To say hi. Interestingly, that's about the time I had a weird disconnect, so maybe they're related. I don't know. Do I care enough to look for this singular picture that none of us can remember where it lives? This is the question of the day. Where did I find info about Clark from? Oh God, years ago. I have no idea. Like, we're talking several million hours ago. Clark Rafferty. LaRue. It's like, where do we... There's some search thing that I've just not found. Somewhere. Maybe we just use a hint. Oh. Sure. Why not? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not a hint that I need. Let's just try looking through it again. I think I might just end it. And then it means we can start a new game. Or play a little new game. Sorry, Chris, but sorry, Chris, and also Clark. Is Ruby... I've no idea if Ruby's related either. Ruby the lawyer who's maybe been fiddling the DNA test. I think, no, she might just be involved in it from a scam perspective. It's an email address. Oh my, I know which email address that is. But can I find it? Hold up. Hang on, let me just tab out. There we go. So I have to just permit. Everything's fine. Also, Raiders, welcome to chaos. This is how it is. Yeah, it was Chris Raff, wasn't it? Something. But where the heck was it? Was it Roottrees Curse? I think you might be right. God, this is relying on like OG game. It's been so long. Right, hang on. There it is. Oh, well done. Oh my god, we did it. We bloody did it. Right. Where's it gone? Oh, hello. Picture, 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 picture. Oh, we could put this absolute hellscape of a game to bed. I've enjoyed it, but good god. Is that her? Yeah, no, it is. It is. It is because... Yes. Susan was there throughout, like, most of Guy's work. Yes, please, God, tell me which ones are wrong. Before I press go, let's find out which ones are incorrect. I think blueprints has sort of sapped me of my ability to care about, like, in-depth puzzles at the moment. That plus being away at the weekend and doing a lot of travelling. A part of my brain's just going, I can't. Much like Scotty in Star Trek, I can't take it anymore. Too much puzzle game at once. The best part of that, for those of you who weren't here earlier or following me on Blue Sky, played something like 50 hours of Blueprints, right? Mostly playing it on my own. Chat had a little go and absurdly got really good luck, and I'm still angry about that. But I was like, oh, I won't take it with me. I'm going to go visit my parents at the weekend. I also have to go Thursday, Friday, because I'm doing something else that's like work stuff. I won't take my Steam Deck because firstly, the logistics, you know, etc. Having to charge it. Let's just not bother. Let's leave it at home. So Thursday, don't play it. Friday, I get to my parents' house where I am staying until Sunday. I sit down. I'm given like a coffee or whatever it was. I arrive. My dad, without really explaining anything, hands me a sheet of paper that has what appears to be logins for various, like, not serious bank accounts. It's stuff like his Nvidia login for his computer, on a piece of paper, and then a little envelope which inside has a series of keys, including one that's labeled safe key. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? How did I left the game and now I'm in the game? Like, you have a safe? Where is this? Where is it? Like, just, you know, just having this small crisis, which my parents have no context over because they're in their 80s and don't understand. I'm just sitting there going, there's a fucking safe key. And I stay in the boudoir of the house as well, which randomly has a load of boxes in, like decorative boxes, and I'm just like, I'm basically tripping out here, and I can't explain it to anyone because there's no phone signal. The house thankfully did not grow magically random rooms, but I was like, if I wake up the next day and stuff's moved, I'm leaving. They did also go, oh, don't worry about the bees when I went to go to bed. They'd failed to mention that there were bees living in the chimney of the room I was staying in, and Mum had just taped up the chimney with a plastic bag. So every morning there would be one or two very angry bees trying to get out through the plastic. They are getting someone to come and like smoke the bees out, but she's like, yeah, all they want to do is just sort of get to the window, and then you could let them out. And I'm thinking, well, yeah. And then as she's explaining this, she's like pulling back the bedclothes to be like, look, here's the bed. There's a fucking bee on the bed. It's just like, what is this? Just, I did not, please. What is this ridiculousness that's happening? Fake basket baby. So these are just swapped. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was like, the fake basket baby is a bit odd. But then I thought he was a root tree. I thought he was one of the miracle children. Okay. Any others that are incorrect? family resemblance stuff has failed us. The oldest out of Ron Robbie is not bio-related. What? Oh, the oldest. Oh, sorry. So these are swapped. Wait, so he's not, and he is. How are you supposed to work that out? I mean, I guess we find it somewhere. The oldest Gwyn's co-star's kid. I see. So she adopted her secretly. But he wanted to kick him out, didn't he? Was it that way round? Yeah. Huntington, yes. Oh god, yes. Where's it gone? Ron to take over. Yeah, he was gonna kick out the actual Roottrees. I mean, he did seem over-eager, I believe was the sentence used. Anyway, is that it? Are we done? Is that all of it? Everything else, in theory, okay? Yeah, he was president, really briefly. I'm just going to snooze the ads, which they are coming in momentarily, but we'll snooze them for a bit, and then maybe we'll do a little break before we play another game. Guy really did have all these children. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. Good lord. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's lock this down. Oh god, but first. Oh, good. Yeah, please tell me these are correct. Oh. The flavor names thing is tiring. Condoms did exist. He was not caring. He was doing swinger parties at home. Booyah! Right, there's a knock at the door. They'll be a bit quiet, but it's fine.
Beatrice and Courtney May. Clark, can you swing another test against Bonnie's DNA?
This time I'll be sure to have them verify both samples in person.
Mm-hmm. 1 week later.
Using the family tree you filled out, as well as DNA tests, we were able to uncover the truth behind all the inconsistencies.
Okay, am I getting paid now?
Clark's handling the business, but I've come to thank you and fill you in on everything we've learned. Buckle up, because it's been one heck of a week.
But
Actually, that's an understatement. It's not every week you discover your family company is being sabotaged by someone they trusted.
With all due respect, I don't actually care that much. This was a job.
But that's the kind of time we've been having. Like I said, buckle up. Maybe grab some popcorn. We'll start with Guy Hudson.
Buckle up.
Guy had a frankly ridiculous number of potential children. What shocked me is how many graduated from potential to confirmed. We can even prove he was aware of them. The smoking gun was how he used company money to pay off a lot of women. He hid it with a method inspired by his idol, Elias. 5-piece flavors. The flavors he was paying to research were a ruse.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, right. Yeah, no. That did not quite get that. That would make more sense. For some reason, my head for the whole thing was just like, oh yeah, he just decided he was going to make a flavour to appease, like, the specific woman in that specific port. I do understand the flavour thing now. The flavour thing is code. Also, thank you for snoozing. Whoever did that on the mod side. Yes, good call.
He developed flavors based on the initials of the women he was paying.
He did!
Which was really stupid, considering one of their names started with X.
Well, yeah.
Let's start with Christine. Guy was paying her under the name Caviar, but there were some other clues. James was born 9 months after Zach's party.
Oh. Yeah,
Christine was there with Guy, and when she got pregnant, she panicked. Steve stepped up. He even turned it into one of his recipe stories.
Oh, we got that.
Not all of Guy's affairs led to offspring. He may have slept with Robin Martin, but she didn't have children, so we'll never know.
Yeah, I didn't get the 9 months thing. I was just like, everything else is very clear.
Also, not every child of Guy's affair partners were his. Robert Garland was born after his parents had already moved to Boston.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't get that. I didn't clock that at all. I just assumed that Guy was... Because Guy had several affairs that lasted several years. I just sort of was like, nah. Okay, continue.
Skipping Beatrice for now. Up next is Lang Xin-yu. When Guy showed up in China, she was into America. And Americans. Dare I say redheads, even? When she got pregnant, her father paid key genes to fake IVF. They claimed her sister was unable to conceive.
Oh. Yeah, we missed the key genes, but...
But her sister and Jerry had their own son, Mark.
Work. The IVF was a cover. Well, I assumed probably was. But then I accidentally combined Mark and the IVF.
Sonia Alves was soon after. Nia was married at a very young age to a much older husband. She resented him. I don't blame her. They allegedly spent no time together in private. Guy was in Brazil during Christmas 1979.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's the only Christmas not in the records.
I don't need all of the other stuff. I could... Jesus Christ. That face is horrendous.
Flavio was born 9 months later. And like the others, Guy started paying Sonia. Last was Susan Ford, hired to translate for Guy's overseas trips. It's easy to read into Guy's donation to her school, but there's no definitive proof there. She and Guy were witnessed together near the end of his life. Susan's husband was convinced he couldn't be the father of her daughters. Guy, though, paid double. The price of twins.
Didn't see that. Double. If we clocked this was payoff money a month, then maybe. But I just did it in the order that, like, they would, he started developing them in. And Sugar Plum was last.
So, what about 5Ps? Felix Fellow's mother, Joanna, doesn't have a 5 pieces flavor.
It's a lie.
On top of that, his story doesn't really add up. His mother already left the company by the time Guy became president, and his lyrics indicate he was born sometime around 1975.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot that. Or I never found 17 magazines. Maybe I did briefly.
Alone, that
anyway.
wouldn't necessarily prove it. But there are some suspicious connections between Felix and the company's current lawyer, Ruby Spratt.
We did find this.
They both grew up in Portland, in foster care. And according to the local paper, they definitely knew one another.
Yep.
Ruby was the one who approached the Roottrees to begin with. It was all a setup.
Yep.
Ruby and Felix saw my book's challenge to the Clancet Trust as an opportunity. His mother really had worked for Roottree, and Ruby was a respected lawyer. She exploited my family's greed, worked her way into control of the trust, and ensured Felix got a piece. But they made some mistakes along the way.
Yeah.
If you look at the 2 DNA tests that Ruby handled, they were both supposedly tested against Bonnie Hudson.
See, this bit, I said.
But the 2 signatures that should both represent Bonnie don't match. After Clark and I confronted her, Ruby lawyered up. Ironic, I know. We suspect Ruby had Donatico test Felix against his own mother's DNA. He had a hairbrush of hers. They sent the female sample in remotely. On the second test, Bonnie's sample was tested locally, but Courtney May's was not. Ruby's been throwing away samples. We sent her own hair instead of Courtney May's, but it could have been anyone's.
See, we assumed Courtney May's hair was legit and the other sample wasn't, but that would also work.
Ruby and Felix were in cahoots. As for why, they were both advocates of wealth redistribution. A noble effort. But once they controlled the family fortune, they became just as greedy as the worst members of my family. The money corrupted them. They were so eager to personally wield the wealth for their own cause that they sabotaged any other claims.
No.
That finally brings us to Anonymom, aka Beatrice Watts. Her tales of guys' parties and payoffs were true.
See, I read payoffs and didn't quite make the leap with the payoffs that would be.
She even approached Ruby before 5Ps was on news time.
Yep.
Ruby used Beatrice's truths to make Felix's lies feel real, then ruined the DNA test so that Beatrice looked phony in the public court of opinion. I feel worst for her in all of this. While Ruby and Felix stole the show, there were some other potential new family members as well. Miracle Roottrees was less of an open and shut case. That said, it's very likely he had a son with Mary Beth Clementine. Not Stuart. Mary Beth adopted him before she ever set foot in Butler County.
Yeah.
That leaves Mark. The timeline fits. He showed up about 9 months after Mary Beth visited Miracle, and the basket baby story is a bit too convenient. If that's not enough on its own...
The payment thing, yeah.
He was also bailed out by the sister of Edith Roottree, Miracle Jr.'s wife, after she changed her name to win that silly contest.
Which we also missed
Our
/
best
forgot.
guess is that Mark was told by his mother whose son he was, and used that fact to put some pressure on Miracle Jr. We have no real proof of that, but nothing else really makes sense for why they'd be connected in that way.
Okay.
Elias's affair was the most ambiguous. Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias.
Oh, was I
into
looking into
things he
Edith's name?
wouldn't
Oh,
have
well.
otherwise done,
Explains that
like
thing.
pressure to include me in the family.
Something else would have distracted me.
My son even mentioned them arguing about someone named Beth.
Yes, we got that.
Combined with Gwyneth's lisp, it's possible the name was actually Bess.
Yeah, which we didn't, I don't think, remembered the lisp thing, but theorized it was Bess.
Unfortunately, all we know about Bess Williams is that she wrote his book and died not long after, leaving her only son an orphan. The timeline fits with Wildcat, but there's no record if she had any other relationship. Honestly, I wouldn't say we had enough evidence either way. I wouldn't be surprised if Elias cheated. Of course, I'm a bit biased. Regardless, we haven't gotten in touch with any of the Williams clan yet. That means we haven't been able to do a DNA test. As Clark mentioned, from here on out, all of our DNA tests will be in person for both parties.
Okay. So they are going to try, even if it's probably more challenging with Frank because of how far down it goes. Like, it's a long...
Lastly, we have a bit of a curveball. Ron Roottree isn't related to us by blood. Gwyn was definitely pregnant, so it's likely Robbie is. When Ron and Robbie went to visit their mother at the end of her life, something changed.
Yeah, Frank is from so long ago. Like, this is also when DNA testing has just come in because the game's set in 1999. So, whilst they can theoretically try and check for that, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be as perfect. Hi, Girl of Cloud. I am liking it, but my brain, it breaketh. Like, we are literally rounding it up, and chatters had to step in at some points, but I enjoyed it a lot. Like, we're in the DLC, so it's properly like oof. But yeah, we're basically now literally just going, is this all correct? Also, yeah, ads, unfortunately, we have run out of snoozes. Thank you, Ronan, for snoozing them. They will be coming in 4.5 minutes time, whether we like them or not. So if you're not subscribed, you may see some ads. Please go grab drinks and snacks during that. I'll work out what we're doing when we finish this after the chats.
Additionally, there have been a few
thank you for the
rumors
follow as
circling
well.
around Ron. RR Productions canceled the Guys Like Us remake due to the director's illness.
What illness?
At the same time, Ron's wife Penelope began
Oh,
getting benefits for Huntington's disease, stating that she
Yeah,
would
we didn't
not
get any
be
of this.
familiar with it.
I should have looked for Penelope. I was considering looking for Penelope Tessa Green. And then immediately forgot. Of course, because she adopted him from her co-star who had Huntington's. Oh, but we came into that far too late in the my brain is
Same
tired game.
disease that Gwyn's former co-star Leslie Florence had. It's passed from parent to child. It can't skip a generation.
My dad also is quite into genealogy and would love this.
Because Gwyn and Wild Bill didn't have Huntington's, and Ron seems to, it's impossible Gwyn was his mother. I recently confirmed all this with Ron.
Oh.
At the end of her life, Gwyn told Ron the story. Leslie and Bill had an affair the same year Leslie learned she had Huntington's. Leslie got pregnant. Leslie wasn't likely to survive to see her child grow up. And even if she did, she didn't want to be a burden. She begged Gwyn and Wild Bill to adopt her child. Gwyn did. Mere weeks after she found out she was having her own son, she also took in Ron. Wild Bill was a problem. Unreliable and a serial adulterer.
Mm-hmm.
Gwyn divorced him and never saw him again. Gwyn had already told Starlet she was pregnant, so it never really made waves when people saw her with a child in Paris.
Yes. It's alright, it's almost over. We're just being told all the things to explain the bits we might have missed.
There was gossip during her divorce when she was discovered
Confirming
to be
things
pregnant again. In actuality, it was the final months of her only pregnancy. To lay low, she stayed in Paris long enough that even her own family never had reason to question the timeline.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one heck of a story, and frankly, nobody could be expected to piece the timeline together.
Exactly.
Not with what few mentions of Gwyn's past have survived. But the Huntingtons itself? That's proof. Ron suing Robbie to remove him from the Clancet Trust was a huge moment in my story, and a major catalyst for this entire investigation. Finding out that it's been pretty much backwards this whole time has been a bit surreal.
Wow, yeah.
So that's where we're at. Looking over the information you sent us was invaluable. You got everything absolutely correct.
Yay, we're so clever, everybody. You had a baby in February. I hope it's, your husband goes back to work next week. So, I hope you do get some more free time. But I also hope it's going well.
Why did we even bother hiring a team? You figured it all out solo.
Where's my money? Also an update on the ads. They are coming in a minute's time. Just for
all
the Twitch
this
peeps.
information, this entire story. It's a lot. In more ways than one.
Solo. Yeah, solo.
It has the potential to destroy
100% solo.
and ruin relationships.
All me. I
We're
did it all
handling
myself.
it all very, very carefully. But we couldn't have gotten here without you.
Yeah, the team is technically all of us.
And with that, I guess our tale has finally, truly come to an end. What a strange one it was.
Okay.
No words can express how grateful I am to you for untangling this mess.
I didn't do it out of the gratitude of my heart.
Honestly, I've had enough of my
Where's my
family's
money?
eccentricities and scandals for one lifetime. I imagine you have as well.
But yeah.
And if not,
Yeah, actually.
well, there's always Elias's and Gwyneth's brothers and sisters.
No. Where? Why a sequel? I mean, go on then. Maybe. Oh. Not more. Not now. But maybe in the future. I liked it. Oh. That might be possibly a little bit copyright claimed. Let's just speed through this just to get out of it, just in case. Because I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Ah! This is the 5P song. It's fine, yeah.
Catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners because we didn't earn it. When all of your worth it came free with your name, you expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from heat without blame. But instead, I turn my other cheeks and spread them.
Very Marshall Mathers.
You'll know just where to aim.
You say money is a root of
Has anyone in chat forgotten to take their medication?
Oh. Your laundry! No! Oh god. Okay, now I need to... We can't... Oh no, we're here. We're stuck here. Forever now.
That's actually extortion with your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets, the only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock heaven.
Oh, no, we're out. Oh my god. What a game. Oh. Oh. What a game. I enjoyed it, but my brain is also very tired now. Now for blueprints. Yeah, no, I think the game might actually be open. I don't think I can sync a save. And also, no. Spoilers? Jesus, no. Can you imagine? But no, this has been good. I've enjoyed it. But oof. That DLC was hardcore. Especially as it did require referring back to the base game, which, to be fair, we wouldn't normally, if you were playing this, you wouldn't probably normally do it like once a week. You'd probably blast through it like Sapling did in several days. Which possibly didn't help, but I like what it was doing, and if they do a sequel, I'm up for that. I do like a family tree thing. But yeah, it is harder, and I'm kind of okay with that. My little brain is tired. So yeah, maybe they'll do another. That would be fun. Maybe.